Hey everyone, in this video I'm gonna go over tips on going through your awakening. If you're going through an astral awakening, I know it's hard. I'm still going through it. I've gone through many of the early stages. I'm still in one of the hardest stages. It's hard, but I'm gonna give you some tips right now to help you get through kind of the first beginning stages where I kind of fell into my old ego self. My first tip that I wrote down is be super aware of your environment. Now, what do I mean by this? Because the universe speaks and tells things to you and sees things and tries to give you information that you need to know through other people, through things you see, through things you go through. All of those things are signs from the world trying to tell you something. Be super aware of your environment. Because the more you're aware of it and the more you try to question what maybe it's trying to say to you, the better chances you will have coming across it. Now, example for this, for me really recently, I have gone through kind of like an astral decline. Like I was in October, I was doing great. Like I was doing this. I was having great time with friends. I was being myself. I was loving it. I was at like the third level. I was starting to get there. I was at third level, solar plexus, chakra. I was doing great. But then I went through this major descent because I had this one decision. Because I was getting kind of sick of like my older friends because they weren't like me. They didn't have the same attention and they got mad. And I also kind of got mad when they started picking on people I knew, like family and stuff. And it started to get at me. And that was one of probably, I wouldn't say it was a bad decision because I learned a lot from it. What it did is also, sorry I'm going a bit, but right before when I was about to make that decision, the world literally spoke to me. It spoke to me through one of the people I know a lot. I've known for a long time, I care about. And it said, yeah, just because they're like that doesn't mean you have to not be friends with them. Just because it doesn't have to be friends. It started talking about friends and doing the opposite of what I was doing to keep friends and to keep it going. And I was now realizing this. I'm like, I should have listened to that. But a part of me glad is that I also didn't because now I learned this lesson. And going through this major dissension helped me a lot. And it helped me get up on my feet. And it helped me learn lots of lessons, which was great. I'm glad I learned these lessons because another one that I learned was once I get knocked down a little bit, I shouldn't let myself get knocked all the way down. Like if it's just one domino, not the entire chain. Because then I knock down the entire chain. And I've learned that I can still learn just because I did something wrong doesn't mean I completely put myself in the ground. It's another chance just to go around, figure out what happened, and just keep moving forward. Another thing is your emotional state. This is tip number 2. Your emotional state will depend how well you will shift and raise your vibe. Your emotional state is so important. It is going to help you going through the entire journey. If something is up with your emotional state, then you are not going to be a high vibe. You are going to be lower. You need to strengthen your emotional state daily to be more consistent. That's what I've been trying to do. That's what I've been trying to do because that is what's going to raise me to the next vibration, to the next levels, to the next higher levels where I can feel love, joy, feel love and connected for everything, unity. That's what I want. Next tip that I got is listen to your intuition around other people. Tip number 3, listen to your intuition around other people. This is so important. Back to when I was in October. I was around people that could help me evolve. I could feel it. I could feel that I could be myself, and I knew that they had potential with me. I still know who those people are. And I need to get back with them. because they were helping me, and I could feel that I had potential there. They could help me grow, become my best self. Just because I might not, maybe there's something I don't like right now, my intuition knows best. And also, you've been around people who you don't really want to be around. You know, the people who are just, you just know when they're a bad influence. Your intuition would definitely tell you that. Another thing, I fell into this hole, and it was when, like, after October, where I made that decision. When I made that decision to not really to let go of, try to let go of maybe some of my old friends, and I started detaching from things, and I started getting caught up in a lot of school, and it put me under a lot of stress, and it just pulled me down. And what happened was I tried to get comfortable because my ego started coming back and have a bit more control. And it says, this one tip number 4 is, you cannot truly be happy unless you follow your higher self. You cannot truly be happy until you follow your higher self. Because you will not be as happy like as I was in October. I was hecka happy. I was starting to feel just really glad for every day. I was waking up comfortably. I felt good. I was doing great. And I felt amazing. And then when I went through this major descent, I wanted to have that happiness and amazing stuff again, but I wasn't really doing that much. I wasn't making that many videos. I think I did like one. Like, I eventually want to do this every other day, or at least like almost every day. But then like all this stuff just, then I started to not feel as happy. I started going a little bit into my old addictions, not a lot, just a little bit. So I kind of knew like I didn't really want that. All these other things, just major descent, but I learned a lot out of it, and I'm glad and I'm ready to put myself back up on top. Another thing, last tip. Now this is like a tip that you should already freaking know. You should know this tip ever since day 1. Is meditate. Meditate a whole lot. Like, you need to meditate a lot. Every single day. This is something I did every day, even when I was in the worst times. I did it daily, because when you don't meditate, something bound is wrong gonna happen to you. You need to meditate daily. Connect with your higher self. Be yourself. Connect with who you want to be. You gotta do that. That is just mandatory. And a lot of things that, when you're going through the early stages, go look up online how to clear out your past. How to clear out all those negative emotions that come from your past. All the suffering, the anxiety, everything from it. Everything from that, you need to clear it out and to raise into the higher vibes, to the higher vibrations. You need to clean that out. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Is get all my emotions, all my old emotions out, my old memories, and just let it feel it, to fully feel it and express it. And then just let it go. So I can finally rise up. That's all I got for this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you want to know more like this, or if you want to know more content like this, I'm the speaker. You know, you just subscribe if you want to down below. It's really your decision. Don't really care, but okay, I shouldn't say that. I do care, but thing is I'm the speaker. If you want to see more stuff like this, you know, down below. If you want to know more things of what I do a lot about activism and advice. I'm going to start doing astralism. Is kind of the word I'm calling it, like astral. I might do astral projection a little bit. I might do astral, all that stuff. A lot of raising your vibration, doing astral lessons and advice. That's really what I'm going to be focusing on. I'm going to keep changing and stuff, but I really hope you enjoyed this video. And hopefully, I will see you later.